Hey, hello world and hey homeward. I am out on the road again in the dark. Trying to get good at making videos. So this is going to be impromptu, improvisational. I want to talk about how we view each other and how we approach each other. And I'm going to share a point of view about how I believe we should view each other and how we should approach each other. We have, and I'm saying we, who do I mean? I think that a lot of us in Homewood have fallen prey to a point of view, an outlook that says that finds value in disrespecting other people. Perhaps more value in disrespecting than in respecting. I think part of it has to do with hip-hop culture, but not all of it. I'm not going to blame everything on them. And I'm not going to try to figure out where all of it comes from. I'm simply taking note that such appears to be the case, and that I find it extremely problematic. Okay. So here's what I'm going to put out. I am going to go back to the Bible. I'm going to go back to the book of Genesis, the very beginning of everything, according to the great story, in which it says that in the beginning, God created man and woman, male and female, in his own image. I'm not able to give you chapter and verse. You can look it up. We've all heard it, I think. Most of what I've seen, heard, and read concerning that statement about being created in the image of God interprets that to mean, or to refer to the individual, that each individual person is the image of God, or is created in the image of God. I want to propose a different interpretation, because I simply take note of the fact that reference to the image of God is made to describe, it says that he made a man in his image, male and female created them in his own image. And I'm noticing that is referring to both of them, the man and the woman, the male and the female, and that at that time they comprised or made up the entire human race. So I'm going to submit that the entire human race is collectively the image of God. And I say that, first of all, not just because of how the text itself reads, but also because of the peculiarly Christian understanding of God's nature. When we come into the New Testament, we have kind of a gradual unfolding of God's nature being not solitary but triune, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Many ideas or concepts about God, Christianity holds in common with other faiths, especially the other Abrahamic faiths. But the idea of God as Trinity is distinctly and uniquely Christian. The idea of God as Father, Son, and Holy Spirit is distinctly and uniquely Christian. And that means that God is a community. And I believe that when it says in Genesis that the human race was created in the image of God, well, I believe that, that it's saying the human race, the entire human race constitutes the image of God. Right now, the image of God is about 7 billion people. And we are all participants in the image of God. And so when we come to the New Testament, when we see talk about the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, we have the opportunity to observe relationships within God, interactions within God, ways of being within God, dynamics within God, and that all of those things that are happening within God are to be represented, are to be imaged, are to be reflected in interactions between human beings. Every single time that one human being interacts with another human being, it is God's intention for that interaction to reflect the nature of the Godhead, to reflect the interactions that occur between the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. With that said, the question then becomes, what do those interactions within God look like? I would submit to you that the best single text for gaining an understanding of that is the Gospel of John, beginning with chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And John goes on from there to make clear that he's referring in the Word to the person within the Godhead who became flesh in the form of Yeshua ben Yosef. I hope I'm getting that right. But that before he was born as a baby in Bethlehem, the eternal Word lived in communion with the, we might call the first person of the Trinity, whom Jesus referred to as Father. In the beginning, before everything, before anything was created, and before God became creator, because nothing had been created yet, there was within God, there was Father and Son, Father and the Word. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. I want to focus on that preposition, with. There are different ways of being with someone, and for all of them, we have the word with. You can be alongside someone, and be with them. You can be with someone and be back to back. You can be with someone and be face to face. The specific Greek word that is used in this text is the word that means face to face. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was face to face with God. I ask you to take a moment to just picture. Yeah, it's going to be a crude picture, but still just picture two persons, two beings face to face, and then think about that being face to face relationship as something before the creation of the world, being face to face in eternity, a perpetual beholding of one another by the Father and the Son, by God the first person and the Word. A perpetual beholding, being perpetually face to face. I submit that our first challenge, our first task, our first job, our first responsibility as humans in every single interaction with a fellow human is to truly behold that person. When you're with someone, you know, look into their eyes and allow yourself to experience the wonder, the marvel of what that person is. Laying aside all spirituality for a moment and thinking purely in physical terms, Neil deGrasse Tyson has a great little thing that he does where he talks about how humans are related to the physical cosmos itself. That we are made of the same stuff that the galaxies are made of. I think if you Google his name and the term star stuff, you can find that. I won't try to recite it. He does it a lot better than I ever will. So there's that. There's being a part of the physical creation. Then there's what a person is in themselves. The fact that every single human has 86 billion brain cells that are capable of producing absolute magic at any moment. That is something that should elicit from us not just respect, but awe. Every interaction with a fellow human should be characterized by a mutual sense of awe. Every single one of us is amazing. Every single one of us is awesome. I could say more. I'm going to shut up because I realize I've already been here 14 minutes. And a good YouTube video should be only 8 to 10 minutes, is what I've heard. I'm going to shut up. But I'm going to implore my neighbors in Homewood to take a different view of yourselves and of one another. or to at least try on this view, see how it works for you, and maybe even just for one day. Every time you interact with another human, let yourself experience awe. I'm eager to see what can happen when we bring that sense of awe into our public interactions with each other. All right, I am shutting up. Bye.